Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Happy Bringling. Thank you so much for being there on this live show on Bringle Academy Facebook page on Bringle Dreamwave. And today I'm going to discuss more about what is Bringle all about? What is that we are trying to do? And why we are looking and developing the communities of experts and entrepreneurs? And what kind of support system we are providing? What is our mission? What is Bringle Dreamwave all about? And how all of us can work together to contribute towards transforming 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses, and 100 unicorns. My name is Anshav Jain. I'm founder of Bringle Blended platform, bringleacademy.com, which is being used which is currently having a presence in 140 plus countries and having a 200 million plus viewership. We are among the top 3,000 startups within North America and India as per IIM Calcutta and Department of Science and Technology, India. We are also among the top 10 startups within Mumbai and as per Millennium Divas. And also we have been published in various multiple forums. And most of our publishings are absolutely, we don't charge, we don't pay for any kind of PR activity. And that's how we have been published by Times of India, Sunday Guardian, and Hello Biz kind of magazines for us. And this is where we had been adding a lot of value in the ecosystem, and today I'm going to talk about what is value all about. And before that, I thought I'll just share a little bit about us, little bit about me, why we are doing this, how this is being working, and why we are taking this journey towards transformation of this of in this the decade of 2020 to 2030. And I'll just tell you a little bit story of mine before I go forward, and let me share my screen with all of you. So this is our vision for 2020 to 2030, where we are looking to transform 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses, and 100 unicorns. We are focusing towards three aspects onto this journey of excellence is from education, employment, and entrepreneurship, where we are focusing from developing this as a global platform to help discover, nurture, and utilize talent across the different age groups and different levels, right from the students, professionals, entrepreneurs, or even with the people like person with disabilities. And this is a global platform. It's a age agnostic, it's a sector agnostic platform which we are developing. And we have already got around 40,000 plus experts at this point in time, and around 50,000 plus entrepreneurs who are getting supported with our various different expertise, who are spread across 140 plus countries, and through which various different means and support system out there. We have already trained more than 1 million plus learners or students in different expertise, be it from the student category or the college children, college students, school or colleges. It could be corporate professionals, it could be disabled people, it could be the women, the entrepreneurs. Mix of that, we have got around 1 million plus learners community within this platform. And that's how we have been working on to this. But now we are taking this journey in 2020 to 2030 to transforming 1 billion lives, not and taking transforming 1 billion businesses and eventually get 100 unicorns. And how we are going to get this, achieve this mission, we have laid down a process or a concept around that. And I'll be talking to you in terms of finding out your micro niche, your value proposition, which we are very, very particular about. What is that you're so passionate about, by which you can help us doing and achieving this mission? It's not going to be easy. It's going to be very, very challenging. But together we can do it. And that is where we are building up this entire community of top 100 mentors club and design your unicorn, which I'm going to talk about here further. Before I go about there, I share about the 4 areas where we support with our blended learning programs and how we are developing this education plus technology content, the community using a blended learning methodology. This you can utilize if you're an expert If you're an expert or a trainer, mentor, coach, consultant, speaker, or any kind of expertise you possess, you are looking to grow your expertise, or you are looking to develop your expertise into a profitable or a scalable and a passive income business model, is what we support onto them. The second thing, the other, if you are an entrepreneur and trying to set up your idea, you have some idea, or you may be wondering what idea to be picked up, we support you on that in our design your unicorn aspects of it, and we will help you out to grow your businesses. So this is where the whole concept of the experts and entrepreneur is all about, which we are developing along with the entire ecosystem. Now there are four areas where we are focusing onto this, which are having a very different categories, and there are different owners which are working onto this ecosystem development. So the first ecosystem which we are developing is among the school children level, where we are focusing on holistic skills development with an academics plus beyond academics support providing on that. So while the schools are already focusing on mostly 80% on academics, we focus on the 80%, we put our focus 80% on beyond academics, and put 20% focus on academics as well, which gives us a capability on providing from the technology angle, from a content which can be into 2D 3D augmented reality or virtual reality content with gamification and virtual labs, and it would be aligned with our experts who are part of our top 100 mentors club. So they will be coming in and working with all this community and supporting our ecosystem, which we are developing along with various organizations at this point in time. So there we focus on five domains, five questions out there. One is your intelligence question, which everybody is aware about. We also focus on creativity question, emotional question, financial question, because one aspect which we have seen in, as per what Robert Kiyosaki and any other entrepreneurs are seeing today, even the business owners, they actually not able to focus on the business aspects of that, and that is the reason that 97% of businesses die out today, because they are not very focused on financial aspect of the business of their idea, and eventually they find it very difficult, and they get into this rat race of running towards money and making working for the money. So the concept, we want to instill that thought in the children at a very early age, and that is why we have entrepreneurs as young as 8 years or 10 years old, who are doing working for their business models, developing their value proposition through this program called MBA for Kids. MBA stands for Masters Beyond Academics, because our 80% focus goes on beyond academics curriculum. And we have got an entire curriculum available, which we focus from class 1 to class 12. And that is a complete different initiative which we are running. And there are multiple entrepreneurs who have already started, getting those benefited, or, some kind of a different training programs at that area, which these children are taking benefit of that. So that is one ecosystem which we are developing. The second ecosystem which we are developing is on the campus to corporate module, which is typically for the college students model. And here also there are two set of aspects which we have, which we are supporting our college students, right from your the high school, the undergraduates, or maybe graduates or postgraduates or MBA colleges, engineering, medical students, wherein we focus on two aspects of it. The one aspect, we focus with them on developing, finding out, or making them ready for the employment, making them, growing them on an as an making them employable, developing those employability skills. And we are working with many organizations, global organizations, uh, with this, where we are reaching out to 350 plus global universities at this point in time, and it could reach up to around 100 plus countries, wherein we will be improving this number from 350 to, of course, 3500 or maybe more universities, where we are supporting them on two aspects. One is in three aspects again: education, employment, and entrepreneurship. And all these three aspects, we are developing the entire ecosystem with respect to technology, content, and mentors, so that they can grow wherever they want to grow. So if they want to go for an employment, how they can have a sustainable employment, how they can go into their dream job, and if they want to go for an entrepreneurship, how they can select an idea, how they can develop a team of their own, the best team, and then eventually set up the business models. That is where we are working with them on the campus to corporate model, wherein we will be helping them into various aspects of it. Design Your Unicorn is specifically designed, it's a proprietary methodology which is designed for entrepreneurs as a 5 stage process, right from your, the first, from a white belt to green belt to, to yellow belt to green belt to blue belt to black belt, wherein right from an idea, we help solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and business owners to grow their venture from an idea level to a unicorn level. A unicorn is a $1 billion enterprise, $1 billion valuation enterprise. And you should check my post for today. There are 11 unicorns which has got a unicorn status in this 2020 year, even after the pandemic. And these are all Indian startups I'm talking about. So check my post on my social media account and you will be able to see that. My social media account will be posted in the link below, in the chats, in the comment section, so you can check it over there. And remember that right now, while the businesses are coming down, there are so many things which people are doing and converting that into a blended learning model, developing their own communities of businesses or customers, and eventually growing them much better. In fact, we have scaled our businesses online using technology platforms, and that is where we come in handy and support for all the kind of technology challenges, the marketing challenges, the sales challenges, any kind of challenge you can have in the 4 hats which you can have in your business. One is from your value proposition, your business modeling. The second is your sales and marketing, your understanding about your customer. Third, which is about your process, what should be the right processes, what should be the right systems or technology you should be using, and what will be the finance or legal requirements or any kind of investment requirements you have. So these are the 4 areas we support in Design Your Unicorn expertise, step by step, right from your value proposition to your sales and marketing to your process and technology or systems, and then eventually to financing and legal and investment support. So these are the 4 level of support you will be provided into a complete Design Your Unicorn methodology. The Restart Your Career program is specifically designed for professionals who are midlife crisis, going through a midlife crisis, or they've lost their jobs at this point in time, but they've got a good amount of experience with them, and how they can digitize and monetize their expertise into a recurring or a passive income model, so that they don't have to go through the same which they are going it through today. I mean, either they've lost their jobs or they've taken up salary cuts, or maybe your business is down, so you want to restart your businesses or you restart your career using your expertise or learnings which you have achieved, you have gotten in the last, whatever decade or 2 or 3 decades. You can digitize and monetize that into a passive income model, and that is where we are supporting on that model with a concept of top 100 mentors club, or we call it as 5 days revenue kickstarter challenge. And this is also required for the women who are so experienced, but because they had to leave their job for their family, for their kids, and eventually now they are thinking what to do for their expertise, how they can reutilize, how they can go back into the corporate ecosystem, which is very difficult at this point in time, because their schedules are different, their lifestyle has changed, and that they may still not be available, that 8, 10, 12 hours in the office environment today. So what they can do is sitting at home, and how they can grow themselves to eventually a passive income model by spending 2 to 4 or 6 hours per day, and make their more recurring income model, and they can take it even up to 5 digit, 6 digit, 7 digit figures as well. And the third segment which is there is called person with disabilities. This is basically managed by our co-founder Sharmila Devatia, who herself is a cerebral palsy patient, but how she has survived in the last 50 years, and how she's worked with international NGOs, government or government of India, and with the corporates as well with respect to technology deployment. And she's very focusedly doing and supporting those people at with her initiative called Vardhan for You. So the initiative is called as Disability is Not Inability. That's the hashtag. You can check it. And you must check out vardhanforyou.com and check out Sharmila Divatia's Facebook page. Our team will put up the link of her. They will tag Sharmila Divatia as well and share her story about it, why she is doing it, what is that she's planning to work, and what is that mission she is running towards it. So that is where Sharmila works onto that and takes care of that person with disabilities, and it cut across all the segments in terms of disability audits, disability in making it more inclusive businesses. Because today, your lot of population, a huge population is there which focuses on which is disabled, either a physically or mentally disabled, and you require that support. So that is the one another initiative which is being focused very strongly with that. And we are support working with many colleges, corporates, schools on the same segment for the same. So that's how we are focusing on this our entire initiatives. That is where this MBA for Kids program, I think I've already given you a brief aspect of it. So I'll just browse through, grade 1 to grade 12, all kind of programs. We focus on masters beyond academies with, of course, the academic support on virtual labs, gamification, and all kind of online assessment platforms with a live classrooms accessibility, so that you can get the maximum benefit even while being in online world. So it actually makes it more blended version where you can have an offline and online merge together. Campus to corporate program support us on the from an employable, making them employable and developing employability skills within the college students or the college dropouts who are not able to get that right education. So we basically bring them to the mainstream education by identifying right aspects of them. What do they want, how they should be growing, what they should, which career option they should be choosing. And we have some AI based psychometric tools or fingerprinting based technology platforms to identify the right skill set which they have possessed and which career option they should be choosing. And then our mentors and various mentors who are part of Top 100 Mentors Club will work with them to grow them or make them employable to that particular area which they should be going for. And with our ecosystem, we'll also eventually give them jobs as well. So that's how we basically create an ecosystem on that, and that's how they'll keep growing further and further. Design Your Unicorn is a complete holistic transformation model where we support on 4 hats or the 4 areas, as we mentioned, about value proposition or business modeling, sales and marketing, processes and systems setup, and eventually finance, legal, and investment. So that's where we support the entire entrepreneurship community. There is a specific component which we are running, a specific challenge which we are running it for the college students, which is called a Studentpreneur Challenge. And you can check that website, studentpreneurchallenge.com, and our team can put that link also into the chat window. Restart Your Career program is basically a program for women, midlife crisis, the professionals who want to restart their career, or for persons with disabilities. You can either work as an affiliate or an influencer marketer. You can work as an, doing a virtual assistant or virtual assistant kind of profiling, or you can start your own training programs using your expertise or program. So that is where the Restart Your Career program comes in, which can come into 3 phases for you. So that's where it will start generating more and more income for yourself. For knowing more, our team will be sending you a link of me. You can set up a call with me, or you can send up your email at, you can check bringleacademy.com and send your inquiry out there. So we'll take it up and help you out there. You can also check top100mentorsclub.com. The link would be sent up by the team in the chat window. Now, before we move forward, I'll share a little bit about me, why we are doing this, how are we, why I'm taking up this mission of transforming 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses, and 100 unicorns. And there is a history behind it. Everybody has a history. And I would want all of you also to look back something like this. What is your story about it? And type it into the chat window in the comment section. What is your story because of which you are doing whatever you're doing today? And this is my story about it. Why I am doing this? because of what is my inspiration and what are those sacrifices which I have done, because and which I'm ready to do that further as well. And I am so committed towards achieving this mission of mine. And that is what I thought I'll just explain to you in little few words. So just a little introduction about me. I'm an engineer from Delhi College of Engineering, which is among the top 5 engineering institutes in India, as of now. I've done my MBA in marketing and finance from Symbiosis. I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt certified and a PMP professional, and have delivered more than $100 million plus of hard savings in terms of either revenue realization and cost optimization. And I worked with a large, all the CXOs of the organization in the hundreds of global of MNCs. And that was my career, the high jet rocket speed career which I had. I was the youngest, highest paying vice president in a global MNC at the age of just 34 years. Even today, a lot of corporates, a lot of companies are not able to match my salaries. But anyway, that's a different story all about. But the point what I'm talking about is I lost my job at the age of 34 years in just a flash of second, because the company couldn't afford. There was a recession going on, and the company had to, you know, drop some employees. And I was one of the highest earning employee or that role. So I had to be asked to go. At that time, when I lost my job, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what else I can do in my life. How can I, sustain my family? There were some EMIs which were there. As employees, we always built up EMIs, right? That's where I tried to do something. I ventured into, entrepreneurship world. I tried doing something that, okay, let me try. And that day I took this, you know, commitment to myself that I will develop something for my family so that I don't have to come back into the same position again. I definitely did some jobs just to sustain my financial crisis or financial situations. I was not very happy with that, but then I had to go through that because I had to manage my finances as well. One thing which I realized at that point in time is that it's just a matter of, and it actually reminds me of the book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is written, which is author is Robert T. Kiyosaki, and I really recommend all of you to read that book, because that book I read it actually 10 years ago, 9 years, 10 years ago, and with this situation, it reminded me everything, that every day we go to our job because we know that if we don't go it, we don't get the salary at the end of the month. And that keeps us motivated. You say that motivation, but frankly, it's a fear that if I don't go, I will not get the money. But you may or may not like that particular job. You may or may, even if you're liking that job, you may not, you want to do something like that. Your company might be treating you very well. But even corporates today are talking about developing a startup culture. It's about having an entrepreneurial mindset. They're talking about developing entrepreneurs. What is that entrepreneurship all about? And I've been very successful in my corporate career and I have no grudges about it. I'm not even saying that the job is bad. Job is really good. In fact, I don't recommend anybody to leave their jobs. I had no option. I still went back to the job to survive my family. And I had no problems with any organization. I had a wonderful career. I had a very respectful career. Everybody, I had been very successful as well because I was able to drive the things like an entrepreneur. And that is where that mindset actually started. I started building it up as an external world, trying to set up that entrepreneurship world separately. That time, not this word of entrepreneurship or, a startup was not that popular. And there were not too many mentors out there. So I had to do everything on my own. And that's where I tried multiple businesses and I failed in seven. I lost 7 businesses and my entire savings in the last 7 years with a debt of more than $200,000. I had been developing this business before I've started this venture. So I've started this Bringle, venture Bringle in around 2016. 2015, 2016, and was slowly growing that up and making this venture to a fully fledged model. Parallelly, I was trying some other businesses. Even within Bringle, I've changed the business models multiple times. Eventually, when we reached to a model of this blended learning model, where we got so much success that from 30,000 students in 2017, we have grown our community to 1 million learners plus community. 40 plus member team to just a 3 to 5 member team people. So that kind of scalability we have brought in. From 100 trainers to 40,000 plus experts today, who are spread across 50 plus countries. Initially, we were running only in Mumbai and around areas. And for in the last 2 years, I had been working on developing this entire ecosystem and trying to create that what is going to work so that everybody will have a successful business ecosystem around that. And that's where in the last 2 years, we've been developing the concept of top 100 mentors club, working with experts, identifying the different experts into different areas as per those 4 areas which I've spoken about. And I've identified 4 areas, 7 pillars, and 105 reasons because of your businesses can fail or be successful. It is so important, and step by step, we have identified and created those processes now. That's why I'm working with solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, and business owners to help them sustain, adapt, and scale up their venture right from an idea to a unicorn level, a billion-dollar enterprise. And when I say billion-dollar enterprise, I didn't mean just a billion-dollar valuation or maybe, having a non-profitable venture. I'm actually talking about building up, designing a profitable unicorn. The one differentiator which we always focus in our design your unicorn is that you should be profitable right from day one. You should focus on profitability. And that is what our 21 days business sustainability challenge is all about. That within 21 days, you should have a strategy and plan and everything ready to become self-sustainable in your business without the requirement of external funds. You may not pay to yourself as an entrepreneur, it's okay, but you should be self-sustainable. And that's what we focus on, the 21 weeks of business adaptability, eventually to adapt yourself into the new scenario. So that's how I work. I think we work onto that. We'll go further onto it. And these are the 4 hats which I talk about. So I think let me just stop it here. And today I'll just tell you one more thing. Why it is so important thinking it as an entrepreneur. Be it an expert, mentor, job, either you are an employee or a self-employed, or you are a business owner, or as an investor. Even investors should have an entrepreneurial mindset. And let me just share these 4 hacks with you in terms of that. And how does those 4 things which works out? These are some of the data points which you can see in the industry today. Now, as per Robert Kiyosaki, these are the 4 areas: employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. Frankly speaking, everybody thinks when they are an employee to come start their own business. But eventually they turn up into a self-employed professional. They never are able to shift to the right side of the quadrant, which actually owns 95% of the wealth, while there is only 5% of people. And frankly, the reason why 95 to 97% of businesses die out is because they are not able to even think how to become a business owner. They're still working as a self-employed professional. Does this relativity makes any sense? Type it into the chat window if this is a new thing which you have learned today. You have understood why those 97% businesses are not able to survive. Why everybody who is an employee wants to start their own business, they're not successful. Type Bringle Dreamwave if you have understood something different today and you have a dream to achieve for yourself. And this is where I would want you to all to think about something for yourself. What is your dream? What do you want to do? Type in into the chat window, what is your dream in the next 1 month? How much money you would want to earn? And what will you do if you have achieved that target? So take your target for 1 month, 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years, and type it into the chat window and think about it. That if your 5 year dream, which you are thinking in the next 5 years, is achieved within the next 1 year, what will you do in that free time which you will get in? Will you travel all across the globe? Will you just sit with your family and enjoy? And you don't need to be there in that business. That is what the business ownership and investor part of it. And you can reach to that level within 1 year. So this is how I thought I'll just share that with you. And this is our mission towards Design Your Unicorn, for getting 100 unicorns in the ecosystem. And so I just stop out here, and I just want to share one more story before we go ahead. And we want to invite all the experts and entrepreneurs to start a show with us on Bringle Academy, Bringle Dreamwave pages, wherein we are focusing on education, employment, and entrepreneurship. We are looking for all the experts to, what the contribution you have made in the year 2020. What is the differentiator you have made? And our team will put up a Google form in the chat window where you can submit your nomination for the D Titan Award 2020, where we are awarding 100 experts who have contributed really great in the ecosystem. You could be an entrepreneur, but you have created a value. If you are an expert or a trainer or a mentor, what value you have created? Type in out. Please put in that into that Google form, and we will be happy to award you with our Titan Award. The Titans are going to be the world, which are going to be changing the world. They are the ones. We will need mentors, we will need experts like you, entrepreneurs like you who have contributed a lot of value. If you know somebody, please nominate somebody else. Ask them to nominate themselves, and we'll be happy to recognize you. And we'll work with you, not only just a recognition, we'll work with you to basically transform and work on this huge mission of transforming 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses, and 100 unicorns. We'll work with you to develop that ecosystem. And that's where we are inviting all of you to please nominate yourself and share your expertise around that and how you can contribute towards this ecosystem. The another thing which we are, which I would want all of you to request is that please share what kind of show, weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, whichever time period you have, you can share on educate the community in the respective community in any of those target areas which I've spoken about, either the school children, college students, entrepreneurs, business owners, let's say, the professionals, women, persons with disabilities, school dropouts, any segment you can run some show on employment, education, and entrepreneurship. Please let us know, reach out to us, and we will guide you on the same and run this show on the Bringle Academy pages. I mean, on our Bringle Dreamwave accounts, and we'll promote you everywhere. We'll support you over there. But this has to be an educational campaign. It's not a promotional campaign, actually. It's just an educational campaign, building up a community to reach out to masses, to help them more and more. That is where we need your support. So these are the two things which I would request all of you to do that. And also visit these pages and join the respective WhatsApp groups or WhatsApp communities where we will discuss further onto that. I'll be personally available on all these groups. You can reach out to me. I'll be the admin out there. You can reach out to me and we can discuss onto it how you can help us contributing towards this ecosystem and help us in transforming and achieving this mission of 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses and 100 unicorns. And before I do that, before I leave for the session day today, I conclude the session today, I want to tell you this movie. And please go and watch this movie, all of you, if you can. This movie is, I don't know if you have seen this movie called Chichore. Chichore is a Bollywood movie, which is basically talked about wherein how the college students have won this competition when they were considered as losers. And one statement which they made out there, and it's in Hindi, so I'll just put it that Hindi right now, and I'll try to come in, say that in English as well. It's the hero is of course Sushant Singh Rajput, and he says that हम लोग जीसी इसलिए नहीं जीत रहे हैं क्योंकि हमें सिर्फ बुरा लग रहा है. हम लोग ये कंपटीशन सिर्फ इसलिए नहीं जीत रहे क्योंकि हमें बुरा लग रहा है, हमारी फट नहीं रही है. जिस दिन हमारी फटने लगेगी उस दिन हम जीसी के लिए कुछ ना कुछ सोल्यूशन जीतने के लिए निकाल लेंगे. So what the point is, he said, and then he asked everybody to sacrifice one thing. कुछ ऐसी चीज दांव पे लगाने को बोला जहां पे जिसके सुनने से ही आपकी फट जाए. अगर आपको वो नहीं मिली उसके लिए आप कुछ भी करोगे. और हर ने अपनी अपनी जो सबसे अच्छी चीज थी उसको दांव पे लगा दिया, उसको छोड़ दिया. किसी ने अपनी मम्मी से बात करना छोड़ दिया, किसी ने अपनी सिगरेट छोड़ दी, किसी ने अपनी मैगजीन्स छोड़ दी, किसी ने अपनी गर्लफ्रेंड को छोड़ दिया. And that made them convert from a loser to a winner. So the point is, if you can sacrifice one thing for your value, for your mission, what is that one thing you can sacrifice for the same? Then only you can contribute towards the society. I have done the sacrifice. I have been doing the sacrifice. I'm still doing that sacrifice of not being there with my family. For the last 7 years, I've been doing that. 7 साल से मैं कोई vacation नहीं की है. I have not been onto any parties. And even if I'm there only physically. I've always worked on this, developing this ecosystem, working on my different business models, learning this ecosystem, investing on myself. This is the sacrifice I have done it. And I'm still continuing to do it. But what is that one thing you can sacrifice? ऐसी कौन सी चीज है जिसको छोड़ने से आपकी फट जाए? Write it into the chat window, write it for yourself and find out that value. What is that value you can contribute? What is that unique story you have? Write down, think back into your past life. पुरानी जिंदगी में जाओ और देखो कि किस वजह से आप आज जो कर रहे हो वो कर रहे हो. उसका कोई ना कोई रीजन पीछे होगा. जैसे मेरी जिंदगी का रीजन था मेरा जॉब का छूट जाना और एक ऐसी जिंदगी बनाना और ऐसी इनकम बनाना जिसके लिए मेरे को जॉब छूटे या नहीं छूटे मुझे उससे फर्क ना पड़े. लाइफ मस्ट गो ऑन. जिंदगी में अगर दोबारा ऐसी सिचुएशन आ गई तो आप क्या करोगे? और वो आ सकती है, आपकी नहीं तो आपके किसी और के फैमिली फ्रेंड में आ सकती है, आपके बच्चों के साथ आ सकती है, आपके स्पाउस के साथ आ सकती है, आपकी वाइफ के साथ आ सकती है, आपके हस्बैंड के साथ आ सकती है, आपके पेरेंट्स के साथ आ सकती है, आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ आ सकती है. तब अगर आप रेडी नहीं होगे, if you are not ready at that point in time, you will not be able to help them. So if you want to leave something for the society, something for your family, you have to do something now and find out that something for which you are doing it. What is your expertise? Type it into the chat window, write it yourself, reach out to us. Fill the nomination form, join our WhatsApp communities. We are there to support you. Check bringleacademy.com, check top100mentorsclub.com. We are developing further pages around bringleglobal.com, vardhanforyou.com, studentpreneurchallenge.com. There are different communities, different pages which we are supporting and working. Whatever you want, reach out to us or send us an email at info@bringleacademy.com. That could be the simplest way, and we will reach back to you. We are looking for all of you, and we request each of you to come and join hands with us. With this, I am concluding the session today, and I hope, I just wanted to share what we are trying to do. There's no promotion out there, and we want all of you to come and nominate yourself and help us in transforming 1 billion lives, 1 million businesses, and 100 unicorns. It's a gigantic mission. With this, thank you so much. And I'll just, before I leave for the day today, I thought I'll just share with you what does Bringle means. A lot of people are asking that what does Bringle means. So Bringle is actually a coined word which is brain plus tingle. When you get a tingling sensation in your body by achieving your dream out of your exemplary efforts, and that feeling which you get, which called rongte khade ho jane wali, but because you have achieved your dream which you want to do, which you want to achieve, that is called bringling, bringle moment. And that is why we say happy bringling. Once you are following your dreams, you are passionate about your dreams, nobody can stop you. And it's there. If you think that you are young, you may not be able to add value, you do not have an expertise. I have a 10-year-old mentor, an 8-year-old mentor, an entrepreneur or an author. You can still contribute. You may get inspired by something else. You may have some other expertise. So don't bother about the age. Age is just a number. We are all looking for you. And that's what Bringle Dreamwave is all about. If you know somebody who can inspire the world, connect them with us. If you know somebody who needs support, please help them to motivate so that they can find their own dreams and achieve them as well. And once they do it, just do one thing. Ask them to pass it on to at least three more people and help 3 more people. That's all we are looking at in Bringle Dreamwave. I hope all of you will share at least 3 names with us. Whom do you think can inspire this world and help to contribute into this ecosystem? Looking forward from all of you. And with this, I will say keep bringling, keep growing. We'll meet once again. Thank you so much. Looking forward.